My ex demanded I pay him child support for a kid that isn't even his, so my ex-boyfriend Blake and I broke up when I was 6 months pregnant. He swore the baby wasn't his and wanted nothing to do with us, called me every name in the book and said I was trying to trap him. I raised Lily alone for 3 years. Blake never visited, never called, never sent a dime. He even blocked me on social media and told all our mutual friends I was crazy. During those years, I worked 2 jobs to support us. Daycare, diapers, doctor visits, everything came out of my paycheck while Blake was posting vacation photos from Europe. Then I started dating David, a family lawyer who absolutely adores Lily. He's been more of a father to her in 6 months than Blake ever was. David wanted to make it official and adopt her after we got married. That's when Blake suddenly materialized with legal papers. He was demanding full custody and 3 years of back child support from me. His claim? I'd been hiding his daughter and keeping him away through parental alienation. I couldn't believe it. This man who'd called Lily a mistake was now acting like a devoted father who'd been wrongfully separated from his child. His story was elaborate. He told the court I'd refused to let him see Lily, changed my phone number, and moved without telling him. Said I'd been living off his support money while denying him parental rights. He brought 3 witnesses who testified they'd seen him desperately trying to contact me about visitation. One claimed I'd hung up on him when he called about seeing his daughter. His new girlfriend, some rich surgeon named Victoria, was funding his legal team. She sat in court looking sympathetic, probably thinking she was helping reunite a father with his child. Blake had expensive lawyers who made me look like a vindictive ex keeping a loving father away. They questioned my fitness as a mother, suggesting I was unstable and manipulative. I was terrified. David and I had been planning our wedding for next month, and this could destroy everything. What if the judge believed Blake's lies? My lawyer was a public defender who seemed overwhelmed by their expensive legal machine. I thought I was going to lose Lily to a man who'd abandoned us, but then my lawyer suggested something that made Blake go pale, a paternity test. If Mr. Blake is so certain this is his child, she said, surely he won't object to confirming it scientifically. Blake started stuttering about how tests weren't necessary since he was obviously the father and it would be traumatic for the child. His lawyers tried to argue that his name on the birth certificate was sufficient proof, but I'd only put him there because he demanded it during pregnancy, before he abandoned us. The judge ordered the test anyway. Blake was sweating now, making excuses about contaminated samples and false results. Victoria looked confused, probably wondering why he was so resistant. Test results came back 2 weeks later. 0% match. Blake wasn't Lily's biological father. The courtroom erupted. Blake's lawyers looked stunned. Victoria stood up and walked out without a word. Turns out Blake had been lying to everyone, including Victoria, about having a daughter. He'd shown her photos of Lily, told her sob stories about being kept away, and convinced her to fund this massive legal battle. The judge was furious. Not only did Blake lose the case, but she sanctioned him for filing frivolous lawsuits and ordered him to pay my legal fees, over $15,000. She also referred him for investigation of perjury charges for lying under oath about being Lily's father. Outside the courthouse, Victoria confronted Blake in the parking lot. I heard her screaming about how he'd manipulated her and stolen her money. She dumped him right there. Blake tried to approach me, probably to explain or apologize, but David stepped between us. "You're done here," he said calmly. "The real father? We never found out. Could have been anyone from that messy period when Blake and I were on and off. But honestly, it doesn't matter. David and I got married last month in a small ceremony with Lily as our flower girl. He's officially adopting her next week, and she's already calling him daddy." Blake thought he could manipulate the system for quick cash and ended up losing everything: his girlfriend, his money, and his reputation. Lily will grow up knowing she's truly wanted and loved, not treated like a financial opportunity by someone who abandoned her.